If you like what you hear on this podcast, please help us grow. A 5-star review on Apple Podcast is the gold standard, and I'd appreciate it very much. Thanks in advance. Welcome in to the Thursday edition of the Fun Astrology Podcast. It's July 11th. Thomas Miller, thank you so much for stopping in here. We have several things going on today, not much tomorrow and through the weekend, but there are some things that I want to set up bigger picture energy, because on Monday we have a big aspect that will be affecting us from today on all the way through the weekend, something definitely to take note of. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's get there chronologically. So remember yesterday we said Venus was kind of in the spotlight over the next couple of days. Venus trines Neptune today at 10:30 this morning, and then at 12:20 moves into Leo. Wow, there's that retrograde Neptune, almost tried to get itself into Aquarius, didn't quite make it, moves too slowly, staying in Pisces for a wee little bit longer, but it's at 29 degrees, 55 minutes, just 5 minutes away from the end of the line. So that's where anything moving out of a sign now is going to be kissing Neptune on its way out. You know, I have a completely different image of Venus in my mind now for myself, having lived off of the Venus line just a few miles and realizing just wow, I love being in Western North Carolina. Whenever I rarely open up Facebook now, I see pictures of it. It's just in my blood and in my bones, and especially during summertime, there's just nothing like it. In summer and fall, it's just spectacular. I'm doing this summer out here for a very specific reason, and then probably up for grabs come next summer. Might very well be back in North Carolina. But for the years that I was there, 45 miles off the Venus line for the last couple there in Western North Carolina, absolutely loved it. Everything was just beautiful. It was like putting on beautiful glasses and looking around, and everything was just beautiful. It felt like home. It felt comfortable. Love. Venus is the love planet. I loved being there. Venus is the money planet. Money was good while I was there. We had that young lady who posted a viral video about parallel universes of self, and a lot of people bought the audiobook based on that. That was under the Venus line. So if you take all of that kind of a package and you apply it to the planet of spiritual redemption, Liz Green's description of Neptune, you have the picture of some very beautiful, connected, loving, spiritual vibration on this aspect. Yes, it is generally brief today, but it is there. I think that trine is just saying to stay in the space of the wonderment of our spiritual journey. Find something today, find something this morning in your journal that you can capture of the wonderment of it all. That would be a really good little practice as early in the day as you can to catch the tempo of this aspect. Because at 12:18 Eastern this afternoon, Venus enters Leo. Now that's a stark contrast for that energy represented by Venus. It can be hot and passionate. Yes, it absolutely can. Some hot loving going on the rest of this summer. But Venus is very comfortable in the sign of Cancer. So now that whole energy related to all of those things takes on definitely a very amplified vibe. And joining Mercury already in Leo sets the tone for about the next 10 days that the sun will eventually be in Leo. So we're definitely headed into that energy of self-projection, ruled by the sun, shining out, wanting to have a voice. And yeah, if you catch the wave, definitely some passionate love. We'll wrap up Venus, then we'll hop over to the moon real quick. Venus then, tomorrow at 10 after 10 Eastern, opposes Pluto. Pluto in retrograde, still holding the door there at Aquarius, 1 degree, 8 minutes. And I just think this is such a cool picture because we've had a connection, a positive connection with Neptune. So there's that basking in the miracle of our spiritual path. Moving into Leo, of putting ourselves out there and being passionate about what we love. And I mean not just existing. I'm talking about loving life, loving you, loving this whole existence kind of passion. And then Pluto, with a little bit of a sandpapery edge to it, an opposition. Pluto is all about transformation. You know, nothing stays the same, does it? Even if you've been with the same partner for 47 years, congratulations. You've had to adjust and adapt a lot over those years. Or you may have had a transformation in a loving relationship that once was loving and now is no longer in your life. Things change. Pluto in retrograde aspecting Venus points us to taking a look inside and even using some of that Neptunian energy of insights and inspiration and intuition of things that we might go ahead and work on transforming under Pluto's energy, moving from something that doesn't serve toward and into something that does. What a complete package over these couple of days with this Venus energy. That took a lot longer than I expected it to, but it was worth it. How about the moon? Let's cover that real quick. Moves into Libra late tonight, 10:06 p.m. Eastern. That's after a whopping 12-minute void of course. Since we went a little bit longer on Venus, I want to come back tomorrow and spend time on that aspect Monday that we'll talk about because it is worth mentioning and being aware of over the weekend. It'll be a quick one tomorrow, but we'll do that and talk about the moon and its long void of course. What we don't have today, we certainly make up for on Saturday. Have a great Thursday. I'll see you back tomorrow for a quickie. Bye-bye.